From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Turbo one, Hive. Get set. Winning team.
Tua going to throw. Got his man, and that's the rookie fourth-round pick. Down to the 10. And all the way in for the Miami touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Will Lutz on for the point after. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Vikings nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Now McCarthy. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there for Minnesota. 54 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
All right.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he's got room. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
At the 38-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Dolphins at 7-3 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 7.
All right, come on.
Now Tua. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Tua going to get this to right. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Ready. 18.
Now a toss play for Wright. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Wright, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add 6 to their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. McCarthy operating from the gun. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. You talk about this Miami defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches. They're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the first down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing is McCarthy. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Felton, 66 yards. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to scour them out when you do that.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
They're right here. Hey, turbo 2, turbo 2, turbo.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Ready. Ready, team.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead. And it's blocked. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First down, Minnesota.
Here's McCarthy. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air with McCarthy. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Castro. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage. This
offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. That's to his running back. Complete. He's converged on quickly, and I don't think he got the first down. He did not. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Brian Thomas, 83 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
They're on the 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Looking to throw McCarthy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And this return is going to be hunted right around the 28-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The 2 is going to change things up. They'll run on first down with Wright. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Ready. Ready, 2,
They'll go again here with Wright. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Tua sets up to pass it. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And a quick throw here that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
2nd and 10.
All right, 21G, 21G. 18.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
A tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
44, ready. 19.
Here's Tua. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a give to right. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. out to right. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Well, now, after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to pass. Tua. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. And handed to Tracy. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the Dolphins will add onto their lead. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A good pickup there, 22.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Back to throw again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On play action, now McCarthy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Vikings. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Vikings 16. Cade York to kick off.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that... And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Wright, his second touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to get this out to the 25. Looking to put a drive together. Now McCarthy. From the left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage. And
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now he's going to step up and run. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Tracy trying the right side. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Get set. 18.
They'll go again with Tracy.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. He'll try and do this himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Back to throw. McCarthy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Kenneth Grant
able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
3rd and 6.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he will take it in for the Dolphins touchdown. Tyrone Tracy, 24 yards. And the Dolphins have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. McCarthy operating from the gun. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The 22 more yards there and another first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Castro. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Throwing is McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Rondale Moore, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. McCarthy going to look to throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Right back to Tracy. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throw left side complete. That's Castro. And he's held right at the 25. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because the defense got it. They were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
This one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Back to throw. McCarthy. Got a man and he hits him in stride. That'll give him 8 that time. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to launch this thing right downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line.
Hey!
And they'll indeed take a knee. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.
Ready. 18. Out.
And they will take a knee here.
Ready. 18. Ready.
And they take a knee. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were